Hey, Scott here, and welcome back to my very humble garage gym and the YouTube channel for practical-kungfu.com's website. So I want to first make note of the fact that I'm going to be adding more content to this channel in the coming weeks. I've not been able to add content in recent months as I've been working on a couple other projects, but we're going to be getting back to this for the foreseeable future. What I wanted to touch base on today is how not to get your ass kicked in a street fight. Courtesy of MMA commentator Steve Inman, I've been seeing a bunch of videos that he's assembled and been posting on social media, and just different situations all over the world, basically here in the US, Brazil, Asia, Eastern Europe, and other places. So there's a common theme that I'm noticing in these altercations where one person is basically getting their ass kicked, and a lot of times they get knocked out with one punch. So the first thing that I want to mention is that most of them have their hands down, and so they're in a vulnerable position to begin with. They may be the person who's instigating the altercation, but they're trying to puff themselves up, and in doing so they have their hands down, and then they're clenching their fists and they're getting ready to throw in that first shot. Sometimes they get lucky, the other person is doing the same thing, and they land a knockout blow. The other thing that I notice in these situations is they all have their heads up and their chins up, and so they're leaving themselves exposed to a knockout blow to begin with. So considering those first two items, what you want to do if you're getting confronted by somebody that you don't know or is acting hostile towards you, get your hands up. You've got to have your hands up so that you can react quickly enough in case they do decide that they're going to throw a punch at you, and you've got a chance at least at covering your head, covering something up. Also, you need to keep that chin down. So keep the chin down. If somebody's confronting you, get that chin down, shoulders up, and you have that chin tucked down against your chest so that you're not so vulnerable. Hands are up, and you're in a position, if there's a blow coming in that you did not see, you can at least employ the flinch response and get your hands up and protect yourself. The other issue that I often see is the person who's getting attacked, they're often backing up. When you're backing up, you're putting yourself in range of a long blow. So you're going to be in range of that connecting shot if you're backing up and you don't have your hands up. You want to be able to get inside that punch, because that takes away the power. There's not going to be any power if that punch is restricted. So if you can get inside, usually it's going to be a big rounded punch, or if they're a skilled fighter, it'll be a little bit shorter. But if you are moving forward with your hands up and your chin down, you're going to be able to absorb more of that shot because they're not going to get as much power behind it. So here's the bottom line. First, train on a heavy bag so you can learn how to punch hard. A lot of these fights are ended with one shot. Sometimes it's a big haymaker blow. A lot of times, in the case of a skilled fighter, as I just mentioned, you're just getting a quick shot in and landing it right on the chin or on the jaw, and that knocks them out right away. I've seen plenty of instances like that. So that's obviously someone who's a skilled fighter being able to deliver that blow. But with that said, get yourself a heavy bag and start training so that you can learn how to punch properly, and I've got plenty of videos on the channel to demonstrate. Get the hands up. You know, even if you just kind of look like you're in a defensive position and get the chin down, and you can look out the top of your eyes this way. That's a defensive position, but you're in a position that you can deal with whatever's coming in. You can throw the first shot if you anticipate. If you don't anticipate, you can get that flinch response going. You definitely want to be moving forward. And if you go on the initiative as well, make sure that you continue the attack. Do not stop until the opponent has been neutralized. Lastly, in these situations, what I'm seeing a lot of is one person gets that knockout shot in and the other person just falls in a heap. If you are in a fighting situation and you land that shot, you need to grab on and control their descent to the ground if possible. Everything's on camera these days, so if you are able to demonstrate that you were trying not to kill them, because a lot of times people die not from the shot they get hit with, but from their head hitting the concrete. If you can control their descent, chances are they're not going to hit their head hard on the concrete, and you'll look better when that video is used in a court situation. So there you have it. That's how not to get your ass kicked in a street fight, or how to win a street fight, however way you want to look at it. Hands up, chin down, move forward, learn how to punch, control their descent. And thanks again for watching. And again, check out practical-kungfu.com, and we'll see you down the road.